Welcome back to Insurance Test Help. Today we are working on the life insurance exam so you can pass and get out there into the exciting world of selling life insurance and risk management. It is so overlooked by so many people, so let's get you that pass and get you on your way. This is laid out in a question and answer format to make it easy for you to see if you are ready to take the exam. As always, if you need more time to think about the answer, press the pause key. Which of the following is a characteristic of whole life insurance? A. It provides coverage for a specific period of time. B. It builds cash value over time. C. It cannot be borrowed against. D. It has no guaranteed death benefit. The answer is B. Whole life builds cash value and provides lifelong coverage. Remember for your exam, whole life is permanent, term life is temporary. Trust me, it will help to remember it that way when they give you a question where they have twisted it around and it is slightly confusing. Which of the following statements is true regarding variable annuities? A. Payments are guaranteed to never decrease once annuitized. B. Investment performance directly impacts the payout amount. C. The number of annuity units fluctuates monthly based on returns. D. Variable annuities offer fixed monthly payments. The answer is B. Investment performance directly impacts the payout amount. Remember, variables can vary, so the investment account value and the payout can vary depending on performance. If the beneficiary dies before the insured, the benefit goes to A. Contingent beneficiary, B. Policy owner, C. Estate, D. Insurer. The contingent beneficiary receives the benefit if the primary beneficiary has died. What happens if an insured dies during the contestable period and material misrepresentation is found? A. The insurer must still pay. B. Policy is rescinded and premiums refunded. C. Beneficiary receives cash value only. D. Policy is renewed at a higher rate. During the contestable period, usually 2 years, the insurer can rescind the contract if misrepresentation is discovered. The agent's primary duty is to A. Choose a beneficiary, B. Represent the applicant, C. Represent the insurer, D. Approve policy claim. The correct answer is C. Agents represent the insurer during the sale process. This will for sure be on your exam. It has been on every exam I have taken, and most people I know mention it being on the exam, so be sure to know this. Which type of insurer is owned by its policyholders? A. Stock, B. Mutual, C. Surplus lines, D. Fraternal. And of course the answer is B. Mutual companies are owned by policyholders. This is one you will most likely see on your exam. Either what is mutual or what is a stock company. No idea why they think this is super important, but it is usually on the exam, so be sure you know the difference. What is the main purpose of the application in life insurance? A. Determine payment mode. B. Establish the agent's commission. C. Gather underwriting information. D. Create a trust. The application helps gather medical and personal data for underwriting. What happens if the insured dies during the grace period? A. The claim is denied. B. The death benefit is reduced by any unpaid premium. C. The policy is reinstated. D. The premiums are refunded. If death occurs during the grace period, the benefit is paid minus the premium due. What is the face amount of a policy? A. Total premiums paid. B. The loan value. C. The death benefit stated on the policy. D. Surrender value. The correct answer is C. The face amount is the policy's stated death benefit. A person who buys a policy to cover someone else must have A. Cash value, B. Consent, C. An insurable interest, D. Contingent status. The correct answer is C. Insurable interest. You cannot insure someone else without insurable interest. That you would suffer a loss, financial or emotional, if the person were to What is a policy loan? A. A loan from a bank to pay premiums. B. A loan from the insurer against the policy's cash value. C. A loan to pay off debts at death. D. A loan required to keep the policy active. The correct answer is B. Policy loans allow borrowing against cash value. The taxation of death benefits to a beneficiary is A. Fully taxable as income. B. Taxed as capital gains. C. Generally income tax-free. D. Taxed as earned income. And the right answer is C. Death benefits are typically not taxed as income. What is the purpose of the payor benefit rider in a juvenile policy? A. Waives the child's premiums after age 18. B. Provides death benefit for the parent. C. Waives premiums if the payor dies or becomes disabled. D. Guarantees insurability for the child. The payor benefit rider waives premiums if the premium payor, usually the parent, becomes disabled or dies. What kind of premium payment schedule has the lowest total cost? A. Monthly. B. Quarterly. C. Semi-annually. D. Annually. D. Annual payments cost less overall due to fewer fees. Which of the following best describes an aleatory contract? A. Both parties perform equally. B. Performance is based on the law of large numbers. C. Unequal exchange of value. Either party can back out. And the correct answer is C. Aleatory contracts involve unequal value exchange, e.g., large death benefit for small premium. What is a unilateral contract in life insurance? A. A contract with multiple parties. B. A contract where only the insurer makes enforceable promises. C. A contract where both parties must perform equally. D. A contract that cannot be cancelled. A unilateral contract means only the insurer makes an enforceable promise. An immediate annuity begins making payments. A. Within 1 year of purchase. B. After 10 years. C. Only after age 70. D. When the annuitant dies. And the answer is A. Immediate annuities begin payments within 12 months of purchase. The law of large numbers is used in insurance to A. Increase premiums for high-risk individuals. B. Predict individual losses. C. Predict group loss patterns and set premiums. D. Reduce the need for underwriting. The law of large numbers allows insurers to predict expected losses in a large group. Remember, the larger the group, the more accurate the prediction. Which payout option provides the highest initial monthly payment but stops payments upon the death of the annuitant? A. Life only. B. Life with period certain. C. Joint and survivor. D. Refund life. And the answer is A. Life only. I don't think you are going to see too many questions on annuities on the exam, but there will be a few, and if I had to guess, I think this will be one of them. They seem to want to make sure that you know that life only has the biggest payout, but also the biggest risk, as you may not get all of your money if you don't live very long. What is the purpose of the free look period in a life insurance policy? A. To allow the insurer to cancel the policy. B. To allow the agent to review the application. C. To allow the policyholder to review and cancel the policy without penalty. D. To allow the beneficiary to review the contract. The free look period allows policyholders to cancel for a full refund within a set time frame. What is the purpose of the incontestability clause? A. To deny claims made in the first year. B. To allow the insurer to adjust premiums. Times. To prevent the insurer from voiding the policy after a certain period. D. To allow cancellation of the policy at any time. After 2 years, policies are generally incontestable except for fraud. In a participating policy, what can policyholders receive? A. Additional interest. B. Dividends. C. Commissions. D. Premium waivers. B. Participating policies may pay dividends to policyholders. What happens if an insured outlives a term life policy? A. They receive a payout. B. Coverage continues. C. The policy ends with no benefit. D. Premiums are refunded. If the insured outlives a term policy, there is no payout. Remember when I said earlier, term insurance is temporary. When the term ends, it ends. And if you are still alive, it just ends with no payout. What is the main advantage of a convertible term policy? A. Lower initial cost. B. Guaranteed conversion without proof of health. C. Higher cash value. D. Level premiums for life. Convertible term allows conversion to permanent insurance without proof of insurability. What is typically required to reinstate a lapsed policy? A. No action. B. New application only. C. Back premiums and proof of insurability. D. Signing a waiver. Reinstatement requires paying past due premiums and proving insurability. Which type of life insurance policy allows the policyholder to adjust the premium and death benefit? A. Term life. B. Whole life. C. Universal life. D. Variable life. Universal life offers flexible premiums and adjustable death benefits. What is the purpose of the grace period in life insurance? A. To allow time to change beneficiaries. B. To prevent policy lapse due to late payment. C. To adjust the death benefit. D. To add riders to the policy. B. The grace period gives time to pay overdue premiums before a lapse. What does the waiver of premium rider do? A. Pays premiums after retirement. B. Returns unused premiums. C. Waives premiums if the insured becomes disabled. Absolve. Increases cash value. This rider waives premiums if the insured becomes disabled. What does the term insurable interest refer to? A. The interest earned on policy loans. B. The financial interest in the longevity of the insured. C. The interest paid on premium payments. D. The agent's commission on the policy. Insurable interest means the policy owner would suffer financial or emotional loss if the insured dies. A rider that adds temporary additional coverage is A. Term rider. B. Accidental death. C. Guaranteed insurability. D. Waiver of premium. And the right answer is A. A term rider adds temporary coverage to a base policy. A life insurance policy becomes a legally binding contract when A. The agent approves the application. B. The premium is paid and the policy is delivered. C. Bills. The underwriting is complete. D. The beneficiary is notified. A contract is binding when the premium is paid and policy is delivered. Variable life insurance requires what type of license? A. Only life insurance license. B. Life and health license. C. Life license and FINRA securities license. D. Mortgage license. The correct answer is C. Variable policies require a FINRA securities license due to investment components as well as a life insurance license. Remember when you see the word variable that it always has an investment component, so there will always be a FINRA license required. What is the primary purpose of underwriting? A. Sell policies. B. Collect premiums. C. Determine insurability. D. Set up beneficiaries. C. Underwriting determines if the applicant qualifies for coverage. What is a major benefit of whole life insurance compared to term life? A. Lower premiums at all ages. B. Coverage expires after 20 years. C. Builds guaranteed cash value. D. Premiums increase every 5 years. Whole life builds cash value and offers permanent coverage. What is the purpose of a conditional receipt? A. Proof of delivery. B. Guarantees coverage starts on a fixed date. C. Coverage may begin before policy delivery if certain conditions are met. D. Refund premium. And the right answer is C. A conditional receipt may provide temporary coverage before full policy issuance. What is twisting? A. Refusing to pay a claim. B. Misrepresenting a new policy to replace another. C. Denying a reinstatement. D. Reissuing a lapsed policy. Twisting is unethical replacement of one insurer's policy with another using misleading info. How did you do? Are you ready to take your exam? Thank you again for joining us at Insurance Test Help. Please, be sure to check out our printable glossary of all of the insurance terms you are going to need. See you next time.